What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another FPL video on the channel. And in today's one, we are going to be looking at my team selection for game week 34. And yes, guys, the free hit is active. But before we do get into that, let's have a quick review on how we managed to perform in double game week 33. And I can't even lie, I didn't expect to be sitting here with a massive smile on my face, but somehow, some way, we have absolutely cooked this week, bro. And we have got a massive green arrow up to 300k, guys. So I managed to get 85 points in game week 33, and yeah, I couldn't believe it, right? You guys saw my massive rant that I did on Sunday, right, during halftime of the Liverpool game. But since then, the team has absolutely just smashed it. I can't lie, the team has absolutely smashed it. And yeah, we've got a big green arrow up to 300k. And I'll be honest, guys, I'm starting to believe again. I'm starting to think that we can actually make it inside that top 100k by the end of the season, right? It is on. And I believe we can do it. So yeah, man, look. Assistant manager on Arteta paid off 17 points. We take it. You know, Raya and Saliba getting both 7 points. Kanate coming in clutch with a huge 9-pointer. Rodgers getting a 7-pointer. Salah blanking probably helped my rank, actually. Eze and big boy Jean-Philippe Mateta getting a massive 10-point score, which is absolutely fantastic. And also, you guys know, I actually benched big boy Jean-Philippe Mateta, but luckily Phil Foden didn't play in either of the two games for Man City. So I actually got big boy Jean-Philippe Mateta off the bench, which is absolutely insane. Unfortunately, Marmoush captain flopped massively, but it is what it is. Look, all in all, right, the team absolutely smashed it. And like I said, I did not expect to be sitting here right now with a massive smile on my face. But honestly, I believe we can do it, guys. I believe we can do it. We can't afford any more mistakes, right? We can't afford any more silly picks. But at the same time, we do have to take some risks. If we want to make it into that top 100k, we're going to have to pick differentials. We're going to have to pick some players, right, that not many people are going for, and it's going to have to pay off. Right, so we're going to have to take some risks. We're going to have to take some gambles, but ultimately, I'm prepared to do it. I want to make it into that top 100k, guys. So, yeah, man, all I can say is believe, guys. Believe, because the comeback is on. But with that being said, man, that is a quick review on how we managed to perform in game week 33. Absolutely smashed it. And this is actually the highest point I've been in the entire season. Can you believe what I'm saying, guys? This is the highest point I've been in the entire season. That just goes to show how much we've really just stunk out the place week in, week out in FPL this season. That 300k is actually the peak of my season, right? But listen, we've got a lot to work on. We've got a lot to do. And yeah, man, let's just keep pushing. Let's just keep pushing, bro. But yeah, that is a quick summary of how we managed to perform in game week 33. Let's move on to my free hit team for game week 34. Alright, guys, so let's waste no more time and let's get straight into my free hit team for game week 34. And we'll start things off with the goalkeeper and the back line. In goal, I do have Alisson, and then a back three of Ryan Aït-Nouri, Ryan Sessegnon, and Tino Livramento. Now, I'm not gonna lie, right? This is very much a template back three. I can't lie. Every FPL manager and their dog has this back three, bro. Ryan Aït-Nouri, Ryan Sessegnon, and Livramento. I've seen this back three everywhere. I can't even lie. And yes, I did mention about needing to pick differentials. However, I just do believe that this back three is almost just like a must-have. It's a given, right? You've got 3 attacking fullbacks against the relegation sides. I can't turn that opportunity down. So I'm probably not going to gain much rank from picking this back three, but at the same time, I feel like I've just got to have this back three. I will say, though, non-free hitters probably don't have Ryan Sessegnon and probably don't have Ryan Aït-Nouri. But yeah, I'll tell you this for free. Every single free hitter is probably going to have this this back three. I'm pretty sure every FPL YouTuber is going to have this back three. Every FPL Twitter account that you see is going to have this back three that's using their free hit. So it is what it is. But yeah, as I said, bro, you've literally got, right, wing backs. You've got Ryan Sessegnon playing as a winger, listed as a defender against the bottom of the league, Southampton, right? You've got Livramento, great attacking threat from open play, loves to overlap, right, and get those crosses in, playing against Ipswich at home. And then you've got Ryan Aït-Nouri, right, against Leicester at home, and we all know how good Ryan Aït-Nouri is going forward. So yeah, I feel like the back three almost just picks itself in a way. So I'm probably not going to gain much strength from this back three, but it is what it is. I'm going to go for this back three. And then Alisson in goal. I feel like not many people have a Liverpool defender. But yeah, I really do like Alisson. I really do like the idea of picking a Liverpool defender because I just think Spurs are going to rotate massively. But also, even if Spurs don't rotate massively, this is the game for Liverpool to confirm, to secure the Premier League title. And Tottenham are a really, really poor team this season. And I can just see Liverpool winning this game really comfortably, if I'm being honest with you. So yeah, for me, I really do like the idea of going for a Liverpool defender. Someone did in my first draft of my free hit, someone did say in the comments, right, about going for Trent. Now the reason why I don't really want to go for Trent Alexander-Arnold is because I just can't really be confident, right, that Trent will start. I just can't. He's just come back from injury. Yes, I know he came on, impacted the game, scored the winner against Leicester. However, he's just come back from injury. Is he fit enough to start the game? I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. And I just don't... Look, I want to learn from my mistakes, right? I want to learn from my mistakes. And I did the same thing on my wild card. I picked an injured player, Anthony Gordon. There's been times as well, I think in my first... going all the way back to game week 6, right? I picked Phil Foden, who was just coming back from injury. He didn't start games when I picked him. He was on the bench consistently. I just don't want to make the same mistake with Trent. He's just come back from injury. I'm staying away from him. Now, with that being said, let's move on to the midfield four. And we do have Harvey Barnes, Luis Diaz, Mohamed Salah, and Kluivert. So, my midfield four hasn't changed from my first draft that you guys saw. However, I'm not getting doubts about this midfield four. But a part of me does... Look, I'll say this. Look, Salah is obviously a lock. For me, Diaz is a lock. I'm going to go with Luis Diaz. I'm going to go with Mohamed Salah. Kluivert is pretty much like 95% locked. Harvey Barnes, though, I am considering maybe swapping out. I just like the fact that Gordon is back is just making me a bit uneasy. And the thing is, Barnes has been playing well. And even though Newcastle lost 4-1 against Aston Villa, right, Harvey Barnes was the main reason why Newcastle even scored a goal, right? That cross to Shah was absolutely amazing, right? So Harvey Barnes has been massively informed, but at the end of the day, Anthony Gordon is just the starting winger for Newcastle. And I just, I do like Harvey Barnes as a pick, but number one, will he start? And even if he does start, is he going to get subbed off early? You know, is he going to be off by the 65th minute? I don't know. And there is a bit of uncertainty there with Harvey Barnes, in my opinion. So a part of me, right, does want to take him out. Now, if I was to take out Harvey Barnes, who would it be for? I could just go for Jacob Murphy, because ultimately, I think we know Jacob Murphy will start. However, I kind of do want to bet against Jacob Murphy, because I know a lot of people are going to have Jacob Murphy, especially those that aren't using their free hit, right? So I want to use this free hit as an opportunity to go against highly owned players, right? And I feel like Jacob Murphy is someone that's going to be massively owned, right? So I do want to get a bench. I do want to bet against Jacob Murphy. So if I was to avoid Jacob Murphy and replace Harvey Barnes, who would I go for? Now, on the bench, you guys can see I've got a Iwobi, right? And I feel like at the moment, it would probably be a Iwobi, because you guys will see in a second, I don't have a Fulham forward, right? So Iwobi would be sort of my Fulham cover, I guess you could say, playing against Southampton away from home. I've also thought about Gerard Bowen playing against Brighton away from home, but I don't know, man. West Ham, they just don't score a lot of goals. So I'm not really sure I could go there. I've also thought about some Nottingham Forest midfielders, like maybe Morgan Gibbs-White, or maybe not really Elanga, because Elanga keeps getting subbed off really early. You know, he's been subbed off at half time in the last couple of matches. So yeah, if I was to go for a Nottingham Forest midfielder, it would be Morgan Gibbs-White. But yeah, I'd say, look, if I wasn't to go for Harvey Barnes, it would either be a Fulham midfielder like Iwobi, maybe even Andres Pereira, possibly a Bellegarde, depending on if he's fit for Wolves, or Morgan Gibbs-White. I'd probably say they're, you know, the most likely replacements for Harvey Barnes at the moment. But yeah, this is currently what I've got. It could change, though. It could change. Harvey Barnes might have to go. I'm not too sure. Now, look, of course, you guys might be saying, why on earth am I not going for Cole Palmer, right? There is no Cole Palmer in this midfield. There is no Cole Palmer in this free hit draft. And the simple fact of the matter is that Chelsea have been looking stinky recently. Cole Palmer has been absolutely just so ridiculously poor, right? Garbage, stinking up the place week in, week out. Why on earth would I want a player like that in my free hit team? Absolutely not. I'm staying far away from the Chelsea assets. I'm staying far away from Cole Palmer. If I'm being totally honest with you guys, I don't even get the Cole Palmer hype. Why is everyone shaking their bum for Cole Palmer on their free hit? The guy's been stinking up the place week in, week out, right? Getting 2 points, 1 point after Premier League games. Why are people on their free hit going for this man? I don't understand it. He is no longer Cole Palmer. The guy has completely defrosted. He stinks, bro. He stinks. And Everton are no pushovers. Everton certainly aren't no pushovers, bro. They have a solid defence, and I just don't see a lot of goals in this for Chelsea, and I don't see any returns in this game for the likes of Cole Palmer. I'll be honest with you guys. I really don't get the Cole Palmer hype. I don't get why people are twerking for this FPL asset. I just don't get it. Let's have a look at Cole Palmer's points, bro. Let's have a look at the amount of points Cole Palmer has got in recent matches. 2 points, 4 points, 1 point, 6 points. Didn't play against Arsenal. 1 point against Leicester. 3 points against Southampton. 2 against Villa. 2 against Brighton. You guys can see, this isn't the Cole Palmer of last season, bro. This is not the Cole Palmer of last season. And I refuse to put this guy on my FPL team, especially on a free hit. Ain't no way, boy. I am staying far away from Cole Palmer, and honestly, my advice to you if you're using your free hit is to stay far away from Cole Palmer as well, because I don't get the hype. I don't get the hype, and that's just my honest opinion, guys. So yeah, I'm staying away from Cole Palmer. He's not even on the bench for me, bro. He's not even on the bench. I just don't get it. Everyone keeps using the same argument. Oh, you know, he gets 90 minutes. He's on penalties. Yes, I get it, guys. Yes, he's a 90-minute man that takes penalties. Boo fucking who? Watch game with your eyes. He does fuck all now. He's shit. He's absolutely terrible, bro. He's been terrible, massively out of form. So I'm staying far away from Cole Palmer, bro. Whether he takes penalties, whether he gets 90 minutes or not, it just doesn't matter. It just doesn't matter. So yeah, for me, Cole Palmer, he's not touching this free hit team. I'll be totally honest with you guys. But yeah, man. So look, in terms of differentials, right? You guys heard me speak about differentials. Kluivert is one of those, right? Not many people on free hit seem to be going with Kluivert. I think people that aren't free hitting probably have Kluivert in their team, but overall, he's still relatively low owned. I think he's only like 10% owned at the time of recording. So I do like Kluivert against this Man United team as a pick. And then, yeah, of course, I've got Salah and Luis Diaz. Salah is going to be my captain. I just think that Tottenham game is going to be a pretty comfortable win for Liverpool, and I do expect Salah to score a couple goals in that game. So listen, let's move on into the front three, and in the front three we do have Evanilson, Alexander Isak, and Mateus Cunha. Now, once again, we're talking about differentials here. Like I said, I want to be able to pick a few differentials in this free hit team, and Evanilson is one of those. Not many people have Evanilson, especially those that are using their free hit. And I like this pick a lot, and I've gone for double Bournemouth attack because I honestly believe Bournemouth will beat Manchester United really comfortably. Right, this Manchester United team are not good, number one. Number two, we could expect to see a little bit of rotation there because we do have a Europa League semi-final against Atletico Bilbao, right? And I just think Bournemouth are ultimately just the far superior team, right? They actually smoked us at Old Trafford 3-0, and I think we could suffer the same fate again at the Bournemouth ground, right? I do believe Bournemouth win this game pretty comfortably. And like I said, Kluivert, Evanilson, that double up is differential, right? Not many people have those two on free hit. Not many people have those two that aren't even wildcarding, especially that aren't even free hitting, especially Evanilson. Not many people have Evanilson. I think at the time of recording, he's only 5% owned, right? Really, really low ownership. And I like that a lot. I really do like that a lot. As you guys can see here, 4.9% ownership. That's the kind of player I need. And I believe, honestly, in a game like this at home to Manchester United, he could feast. He could feast in that game. He can score a lot of goals in that game. I could see him scoring 1 or 2 goals, honestly, because when I watch Bournemouth, he does get a lot of chances in a game, right? In any given game, Evanilson will get the chances to score. So, yeah, man, this Bournemouth double up is sort of my differential play, right? Betting against the grain. I'm ignoring the likes of Raul Jimenez, who people are going for. So yeah, hopefully it does pay off. Chris Wood is an option to go up front, but I just prefer Cunha. I prefer Isak. I prefer Evanilson. I will say though, Cunha, I might swap Cunha. I might even go more differential, swap Cunha and put in Strand Larsen instead. I'm not sure if I want to do that though. But it's a possibility. It is a possibility. And then of course we do have Alexander Isak. Now, I am expecting that most people will be putting the captain's armband on Mohamed Salah. So again, if I wanted to sort of go against the grain and try to gain rank, I could bet against Mo Salah and captain Alexander Isak. And this is something, this is something you guys have seen me do throughout the season, and most of the time it has backfired. Do I want to do it this week? I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure if I want to captain Isak this week. I just have a feeling that Liverpool really do beat the shit out of Tottenham. Simple as that, right? Excuse my French. But I just believe that this could be like a 4-5-0 kind of game. Honestly, I really do believe that. Right, I do believe that. I think that the atmosphere is going to be crazy. Liverpool are going to want to secure the Premier League title in style. That's what I believe. And I think Salah will be involved in the goals and assists in that game. So I think I'm just going to go for Salah captain. And I guess that can almost sort of... it is sort of a defensive play in a way, because as I said, most people are going to captain Mo Salah, so it can kind of help me hold my rank a little bit. But yeah, I do also just genuinely believe that Salah will be one of the highest scoring FPL assets this week. So yeah, Salah will be my captain above Isak, but yeah, Isak is my vice captain. So listen, that is what my team is looking like at the moment, guys, right? That is what my team is looking at the moment. I am pretty happy with it, and I just fingers crossed, man. Fingers crossed it can pay off. I really do believe it can help me gain rank. And look, what I really need from this free hit is a massive green arrow. I need like a green arrow that pushes me up 150k places if possible, right? That's what I need. Simple as that. So I've got my differentials in there. I've got Cliver, I've got Harvey Barnes, I've got Evanilson, right? These are the three key players for me that I really need to return. Maybe I don't go for Harvey Barnes and maybe I go for Iwobi instead. But still, nonetheless, Iwobi is pretty much a differential. But they're my key players. They are my key players. So, yeah, hopefully, guys, hopefully, we can get a massive green arrow this week in Gameweek 34. But that is going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching. On the bench, by the way, I do have Robinson and Milenkovic as my defenders. I completely forgot to mention that, but I don't think they'll be used at all. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it for my free hit team, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Comment down below, what do you guys think of my free hit team? Do you like it? Is there anything I could improve on? Let me know your thoughts and feelings on there, man. As I said, I might replace Barnes. I might swap Cunha for Strand Larsen, just because Strand Larsen's less owned. And I might swap Barnes because I'm not sure if he starts. And if he does start, does he get 90 minutes? I'm not too sure. So, yeah, there are still a couple more tweaks that could happen. But nonetheless, this is what I'm rocking at the moment. So, yeah, comment down below your thoughts and let me know your free hit team down below in the comments as well. Smash a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell. And, yeah, until the next one, guys, it's been your boy FPL Ryan. And I'm out. Peace.